August 18th. I'm noticing a shift. I'm noticing a shift in the sense of like a couple things. One, my dreams. My dreams continue to be dreams where it's more of this, not so much that I need to break it down, but it's uncomfortable enough, not major distressing, just slightly uncomfortable, where I see certain people in the dream. Just like, why are you here? But I already know. I made the agreement. I made the agreement with that. Keep showing me dreams that just nudge me out of bed. Just enough. Not too scary. Not too, emotional, not too heavy. Just enough to nudge me out of bed. So I can get up early. So I can get up. I need to get used to waking up earlier. I don't know why. I mean, aside from having confirmed that, I need to go to bed at 9. So I'm just like, well, then I need to wake up earlier. And I know, like, for school, like, for volunteering at the high schools, like, I know they start early. So I have to get used to waking up earlier. I mentioned I've been having trouble sleeping. Except this week, I've noticed a slight shift. Where the lag time between when I go to bed and when I fall asleep is getting shorter and shorter and shorter. So I'm able to fall asleep faster. It still takes me a bit. I still sleep with meditation music. I'm still tossing and turning a bit, but not as much. And the dreams are been pretty consistent, where it's just weird nonsense, nothing meaningful, but enough just enough discomfort where I don't want to go back to bed. Because usually I'll wake up and I'm like, I want to go back to bed. It feels good, but yeah. I still didn't go to bed at 9. I'm going to bed like at 10, 11. Like, I'm learning to listen more to my body, or I'm not pushing myself, staying up to do enough work, but also knowing, like, alright, I'm gonna call it, like, that's it, I'm done. So it's been a nice flow for the past few days, just waking up early, meditating, getting my focus confirmed, and then going about the day, focusing on that, really it's staying balanced. So it feels good. I went to bed. So last night, a little emotional. A little emotional again. Just I don't know if it's because my period's coming up in 3 days. I just got a little emotional. And then I was reflecting on what my friend had said. Like, there's just this, and even like la doctora, when I was telling them how it's kind of not cutthroat, but just like I'm not settling. I'm not settling. I'm not settling. And how even like Toto was just like, I think because I think she had seen how happy I was. Oh, like I just was hopeful. I was hopeful with this last fire sign. I really liked him, and I really liked him. But there were signs, and he was honest about where he was. But there was stuff there, and I was like, we're just on different paths. His focus is something completely different. Than my focus. It wouldn't have worked anyways. But I just really liked him. I liked how he clicked in just other ways. But then I started thinking about like am I being too, like, is my ego, ¿cómo se dice? Me estoy creyendo mucho? Like am I too confident? Am I holding high expectations of people? Because MJ had made a comment in another one like, oh, well, can't find the perfect person. Then I'm like, this whole journey for me has been to not settle. So, I kind of don't want to go back on that. I'm not gonna settle. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt, I'm done with that. And so do I have high standards? Yes. I have high standards with enough flexibility, right? To not be so critical, hopefully. Yeah, to not be critical anymore like I used to be. High standards in the sense of like, I want my reflection. I want someone who right, who's open to change like me, who's constantly adjusting themselves to stay in alignment with who they are, right? Who's comfortable with being transparent as I am, in order to be understood and seen. And not so rigid where they can't be playful, so flexible enough to be playful, even about themselves, right? You know how I laugh about myself all the time. Like someone who can do that, who can laugh at themselves. Someone would just laugh, right? It can be fun, spontaneous sometimes, and then other times knowing when to like, no, we got to get shit done. Adventurous, again, to the same degree, not too much, just balanced. Balanced. Who compliments me. Someone who compliments me and I compliment them, right? Like if I'm struggling in a certain area, that's one of their strengths, and vice versa. Yeah. So I went to bed remembering, because I tried a new meditation thing, and it's not new, it was an old one that I started off. It was pure love, and it's like this blue beautiful ball, and it looks like constellations all inside. It's an aqua blue with a tint of purple, but it was one of the ones I used to use, and it was it reminded me of when I first started my journey. And I went to bed, I'm like, I miss the light. I miss the purple and the aqua lights at night. And I'm saying it louder, I'm like, I miss the lights. I miss the magic. I miss the magic. I think because I'm very 3D right now, like it's very much about work. It's very much about work. And staying balanced and staying healthy and work. I miss the magic. But I know that this is just the season that I have to focus on it, and just knowing that, yeah, it's a lot of 3D stuff. I'm like, okay, I'm just chipping away at it, right? Just focusing on the day, trying to stay balanced. So MJ came up with a video this morning. So timely. I love it when they're so timely because it's just, you know, just enough information that I need to just nudge me along, right? So it's titled Spirit is urging you to take steps. So in it, she's talking about how I know what the steps are. Like I know, like I have enough of ego strength to keep taking the steps that I need. I have enough proof. Like what she said. You have enough proof to take the steps that you need for you, to take a chance on you. And I thought about that. I was like, I do. Like, I have enough dreams, enough understanding of my dreams to know a potential future, even though I don't know what it'll exactly look like. I'm trusting it. I'm trusting it because of the experiences that I've had. It's like I can't not trust it. It's there's enough of truth that I'm like, I want to see. I'm testing this theory out, right? Part of this journey is, that's what I told la doctora. I'm like, part of this journey is entertaining. If I do what they say, right? All of these lessons, all of these people that I'm listening to for the first time, you know, like Abraham Hicks, things that I've never done before, and I'm following the steps, right? Listening to my dreams, things that other people question or doubt, right? Or dismiss, right? I'm like, no, I'm gonna listen and I'm gonna see, will it get me to that step? I'm documenting it to entertain the possibility, right? That this is the way. The same with that. I have enough ego strength to trust myself, Enough evidence. And then she talks about, like, you want the whole package. Well, hell freaking yeah, right? Happiness and security. In the sense of, like, expanded version of it, right? And focusing on staying in the emotional experience of it in my present time, right? I feel happy. I feel secure with just how things are unfolding so far. Knowing, still having the emotional, enough of an emotional anticipation that something better is going to continue to come. But I'm not over focusing on it to where there's a feeling of loss, because there's an abundance of it around me. And so the way she worded it in terms of, like, you're making choices for you. So last night I got an offer to work at the school district as a social worker, as they're needing social workers. And this person found out that I was a social worker, and they reached out to me and they said, if you ever want a job, come find me. Because there's a big push right now here in the school district to make sure that there's social workers on campus. I said, oh, thank you. This is what I'm doing right now. And I shared a little bit of what I did before that. I'm like, well, that's where I came from. I used to do that all the time. But I like what I'm doing right now. And it's my first time working with adults. I'm working from home. I really like it. And I turned it down. Something more stable, temporary right now. Because I talked to my mom today. And she asked me, because I had a client that missed. And she's like, do you get paid when they miss? I said no. Unless I charge them for a missed appointment, which, depending on the person, depending on the situation, I don't often charge, as long as they're communicating with me, keep me in the loop. If it's a no call, no show, and it's a pattern, then yeah, I'll do that. But I'm like, but for the most part, it's a no, because they all communicate with me to some degree or another, and I know their situations. So I said no, I don't get paid, so it's not, no es fijo. My check every month is not consistent, and I'm okay with that. Like I've gotten comfortable with that idea of it. And I think a big part of it is because I know what I'm doing, I know what I'm focusing on, and the expectation that it's going to pay off is there. But it's also a risk. It's also a risk, right? For those who I think it's a bigger risk for people who are not in tune, for people who are not trusting of themselves and their worth and what they're putting together. And I definitely feel more worthy of that, being at this part in my journey, right? It's not settling, not even for that, for work. I don't want a 9 to 5. I don't. I love that I can work from home. I love the idea of the possibility that I can put these, set up the system in a way where I can work on creating curriculums, put stuff together, have it available for people, and hopefully that will fund, right, portion of it while I come up with other stuff. It's been fun, for sure. It's been fun putting together the curriculum, at least for this next course. It's been a lot of fun. I enjoy it. I enjoy teaching. But anyways, I just thought that was a coincidence that I was talking about. That MJ came out with that. You have enough evidence to trust yourself in terms of the steps that I'm taking, right? And the steps that I'm pushing away, the choices that are, for some people it's like, oh yes, a secure job. And I'm like, I don't want to go back. I'm not going back. I'm looking for better for me, right? Better for me. So, 6:20 a.m. I need to go take a shower, meditate, keep chipping away what I need to do.
Hey you, my name is Yubi and I use she, they pronouns, and you've just finished watching a clip from my video diary entries where I'm documenting my healing journey as I learn how to navigate my spiritual awakening. I have learned that this experience and process is unique to each and every one of us in whatever way we are embracing living our truth. This just happens to be my journey. And despite me having a graduate degree and a license in clinical social work, this by no means is intended to replace any type of formal mental health advice. This is just me on a personal level, shedding light on the truth that I am learning and discovering for myself as these experiences unfold, and really inviting you along for the ride. Please know that there is a time gap between when these videos post and my real timeline, and also that these clips build upon each other similar to chapters in a book. So if you find yourself lost or confused, feel free to click on the playlist section or the link below, where you can jump around, check out the other chapters, and or catch up. Also, please know that you're more than welcome to check out my website, www.youbecominghealed.com, where I've gathered all of this information, my background, experience, and education to create online self-paced courses to help you on your healing journey wherever you are. You're also more than welcome to check out my other YouTube channel at You Becoming Healed, where I've entertained a podcast including clips from these courses so that I can make this content accessible to more and more people. Please click like, subscribe, and share this content so again it reaches more people, with the hopes that other people will resonate and connect with the healing journey and the stories shared so that they don't feel alone in their own process. I thank you in advance. I'm grateful to you, and I wish you well.